Cappuccino time! The question is though, what is us telling the latte art? It's like an oracle every morning. But today it's telling me that I ran 55 kilometers yesterday. I still can't quite comprehend that because it was not planned. But first I need a nice sip. First sip, best sip. Breakfast time! I thought about making pancakes, but then I was too lazy, so I'm making my usual go-to breakfast. So in this bowl we've got some wheat flakes, because I can't have oats unfortunately. Some vegan protein powder. This is cinnamon flavored for those muscles. A ton of cinnamon. Then some plant milk. Then give that a mix, and I know it looks super unsexy, but just wait for the toppings. In my opinion, there can't be enough cinnamon. This one looks perfect, from the outside at least. Ooh. Taste test, because sometimes they are a bit basic. This one's perfect. So we add the persimmon. This is a vanilla almond butter. You're probably wondering now,
Yo Maya, how do you feel after running 55 kilometers?
I gotta say, surprisingly good. I'm not sore yet, and of course I'm a little tired, my legs are heavy, but apart from that I'm feeling quite well. So good. Persimmon and cinnamon, they're best friends. Now it's time to brush my teeth and get working. Today on my schedule I've got lots of editing. I also got a call with my two colleagues or business partners, and tidying up the kitchen a bit. Tea time! This is my current favorite tea. Still hot. It's a chai with some sort of cocoa in it. And I'm drinking that while editing an entire video dedicated to tofu. Hello! I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. So let's make lunch. I think I'll make some sort of pita. It's my hyperfixation lunch at the moment. I will chop up this leftover block of tofu as small as possible. I'm adding everything to a pan with hot oil. Ich muss hier so in die Hocke gehen, aber anders ist das perspektivisch nicht möglich. Then we need some spice. I'm using my own all-rounder spice, just because I love it. It makes everything taste good. Tomato paste and salt. Now we're adding this to a little bowl. And this is now inspired by a very old recipe of me. It's some sort of curry inspired wrap filling, for which we'll need some vegan yogurt, plus lemon juice and agave. And then mix. Taste test. Very good. Alright, in German we say guten Appetit. It's my favorite at the moment. Properly packed, and I will enjoy this now with my family at the table. I have to say, now I feel that I ran a lot yesterday. I'm very tired and I'm hungry again, so I will make myself a snack now and maybe a hot chocolate because it's cold outside. I will do a little experiment. So my plan is to make a single serve cinnamon roll kind of thing. Vanilla sugar, about a teaspoon of baking powder, tablespoons of milk. It doesn't look too bad actually. And over here I mix some vegan butter, sugar and cinnamon as filling. You go right in here. This will go in the air fryer for 8 minutes maybe? We'll see. It is looking good. I would say it looks pretty good. We also got some really nice caramelized cinnamon roll bits here. Wow, it's quite soft and fluffy. I should make that more often as a quick snack because it was made in like 10 minutes. Also with my heiße Schoki. Perfect. Dinner time, and the question is the kohlrabi so big or are these so small? Both. Maya size. And this looks like we're making a curry. My mom and I decided to whip up a scrumptious veggie curry with tofu and rice for dinner, using only veggies from our garden. I'm probably biased, but garden veg just tastes better. The curry itself is made very, very simple. I usually saute onion, garlic, and ginger first. Then I add the spices to toast for a bit. Then I add the veggies to saute before adding the coconut milk and water. While that is simmering, I have enough time to make my go-to air-fried tofu. So I tear the tofu in chunks and mix it with some oil, spices, and cornstarch, which will form a nice exterior. Then I pop it in the air fryer for about 10 minutes, toss in my favorite barbecue or teriyaki or whatever sauce, and air fry for another 5 minutes. I promise you, everyone loves this tofu. By the way, if you're making a curry and you feel like it's missing something, add some sweetness and acidity. That usually helps to bring out all the flavors and you'll have a schmackofatz curry. Never skip dessert. Good night. Good morning. I spontaneously decided to turn this into a multiple day vlog and I'm feeling actually quite good. Still not sore, no pain, just a little tired in general. So I need a little coffee situation. The first of best of. And then I want to make breakfast, probably pancakes. So I have to give my sister credit for this recipe because it's her pancake recipe, but they are really good. So I'm butchering it. We'll start with flour. I also like adding some protein powder, baking powder, and give that a little mix before adding the wet ingredients. Plant milk. And her secret ingredient, vinegar. She said it makes them fluffier. About 1 tablespoon. Then we stir to combine everything, but don't over stir the batter. This is looking good. In here, I'm making some cinnamon apples. You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Oh, you know you're all I want. Keep saying. So you gotta know when filming, everything takes like 10 times as long. So I'm pretty hungry now. Looking really good and fluffy. Delicious. You will find the full recipe down below. So good. That was delicious. And now I'm ready to start the day with some dishwashing. I hate it, but it's kind of fun. It is lunchtime and my mom and I are having an empty the fridge lunch. We are having this huge kohlrabi, sort of like a kohlrabi döner because we also have some PITA left. That's the idea. We'll see how it will turn out later. Kohlrabi hat so eine schöne Farbe. I will try to peel it in big things like this. Later to season, I will use a chicken spice and this holy Greek spice. Put on a mask and act like these things are just going past me like they nothing. Pitas are warmed up. Der Mann hat 54. Some hummus. I also like adding some dukkha or döner meat. Cucumber for the freshness. Nail. Cheers. Cheerio, Miss Maya. Guten Appetit. Lecker. Didn't know kohlrabi is such a good meat alternative, but it is. Also, it looks quite meaty. It's super cold today, so I will make a new batch of my chai syrup. I know it's not authentic, not the authentic way to make chai masala, but it tastes very good. So I hope you excuse this. To this pot, we'll add about half a liter of water. A lot of sugar, because it's a syrup. This right here is my selection of spices. I will show you. We've got a lot of ginger. I washed and smashed. Then Ceylon cinnamon, cardamom pods, some peppercorns, and cloves. Give that a good stir to dilute. Dissolve the sugar and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And that's our syrup done. I will fill it in a nice bottle now, and then you can store it in the fridge for a very long time. So to make the chai, you need a cup, obviously. 5 tablespoons syrup. I'm making one for me and one for my mom. Add some boiling water. We need flour, baking powder, vanilla sugar, a lot of cinnamon, plant milk, and last but not least, a little bit of oil. And then give it a good mix. Ta-da! Batter tastes good, and I will put it in the oven for about 15 minutes because I don't have a microwave. And it's pretty cold and gloomy outside today, so I'm gonna make a soup inspired by tom yum. Let's go, cause I'm hungry. As mentioned, I made a soup inspired by tom yum. It's a sweet, sour, and spicy soup from Thailand, which I learned how to make when I visited a cooking class there, and actually it's quite simple to make. The flavorsome broth simply needs curry paste, ginger, garlic, and lemongrass. Then I decided to use up some veggies from our fridge, so carrot and some beans. And I also made some air fried tofu because I love it. And as noodles, I love using those big rice flake things I found at the Asian store. And that was pretty much it. Made in 15 minutes, and let me tell you, it was so delicious and warming. Just what I needed on such a cold day. So this is going to be my dessert now, and I will enjoy it on the couch, watching some YouTube maybe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more, and I see you in the next video. Yeah, I know what they want to say.